All right, today we are gonna learn how to use our linoleum cutter and cut out our image out of our linoleum block. And remember to be safe always when working with our linoleum tools. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the back of the linoleum cutter, and you'll see that there is 4 tips. The first tip that I'm going to put on or use is this small V-like tip, and hopefully you can see that. And I unscrew the top and I work it in there very carefully so it just sits in there so it doesn't, you get it so it's snug, and then you twist down on it so it feels good. These other tips can either go back inside or you can leave them off to the side. But remember, at the end of the hour, be sure to put your all your tips on, take the one off and put it inside. Make sure they're all put away. All right, so over evaluating my image here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the easy stuff. And the areas that I'm cutting out will be white because the color that I choose to use will be black. The areas that I leave will be black or red or whatever color I choose to use. So I always keep my hands in the back, and I'm going to start with my horizon line here, and I'm just gently moving the linoleum tool across. And I'm taking my time since this is my first run, my first pass at it. And I'd rather go small first rather than big, because you can always take away, but you can never add. So it's always wise to start out small. So I'm just going to take care of this kind of stuff first, watching my lines and being mindful. Now I don't want to cut too deep because it can get away from you awfully fast if you do that, and you don't want to cut through to the other side. So now I'm cutting around my clouds here and removing any chunks that I might have. The most important thing you'll notice when I'm working with my linoleum tools is that I'm keeping my hands away from the tip and the sharp edges. And I might have to switch later on and make this line thicker, but right now I'm initially just getting my small, thin lines in. And as I'm cutting too, I might actually have to rotate and move the linoleum. So if I'm doing a curved line, I just want to make it smooth. Now, you can't rush through this, because if you rush through, you'll ruin it. So be mindful and take your time with it, and it'll turn out great. Now remember, our rule is to remove 50% of the linoleum block and leave the other 50% so we have a nice drawing or a nice print. So again, this does take some time, and I'm using my small tool first because it's certainly easy to remove large pieces, but you want to be careful at that. All right, so that's step 1.